28 days. That's all a family endured inside their new home before fleeing, claiming apparitions, levitation, and foul odors. That house is one of 10 we're counting down, starting at number 10. In the 10th place, a 1950s council-built semi-detached house at 30 East Drive in Pontefract, England, hides a violent history. In 1964, resident Hannah Cole testified to a local council inquiry that a heavy chair lifted into the air nightly. This early account predates the media sensation of the Black Monk. Decades later, investigator Michael Turner recorded a child's weeping voice alongside sudden, unnatural temperature drops, while the modern tourist attraction draws skepticism. These early municipal records and witness statements document a terrifying physical disturbance that forced a family to flee their own home. Number 9. The 1868 German Renaissance-style Lemp Mansion in St. Louis, Missouri, carries a dark legacy. Once home to a wealthy brewing family, the stone estate became a tomb after multiple family members took their own lives inside the house across the 20th century. This tragic history birthed decades of chilling reports. Visitors staying at the modern inn describe a shadowy figure in the dining room and the pale apparition of a young boy wandering the 3rd floor. While architectural drafts can explain the sudden, icy chills, the documented family despair remains undeniably real. In the 8th place, Monte Cristo Homestead in Junee, New South Wales, stands as a chilling monument to the late Victorian era. Erected in 1884 by Christopher Crawley, this estate holds a dark reputation. In 1904, local reports described a brilliant, unexplained glow shining from every unlit window. Decades later, resident Olive Ryan documented phantom footsteps walking across the attic floor, while investigator Mark Stewart captured fleeting silhouettes and sudden freezing drafts. While gruesome stories of a maid leaping from the balcony remain unverified folklore, the documented historical isolation of Crawley's widow and these terrifying, persistent encounters keep this heritage site shrouded in fear. Number 7. In Watton-under-Edge, Gloucestershire, the ancient Ram Inn dates to roughly 1145, originally built to house workers for St. Mary's Church. This medieval structure carries a chilling reputation. In the 1980s, visitor John Parker woke to a shadowy monk standing at the foot of his bed. A decade later, staff member Sarah Lloyd recorded midnight logs of heavy chains rattling in the attic, while shifting timbers, wind pressure, and drafty corridors offer natural explanations for these disturbances. The dark legends of this ancient site continue to terrify those brave enough to enter. Number 6. In Villisca, Iowa, the Woodenmore family home stands as a grim monument to a June 1912 tragedy where 8 people, including 6 children, were bludgeoned to death in their beds. This unsolved crime forms a dark historical record. Decades later, overnight visitors and tour guides report hearing soft knocking on the doors and the faint, unsettling sound of childlike laughter echoing from the bedrooms. While shifting structural timbers and drafty corridors offer natural explanations for these disturbances. The documented violence of the setting continues to terrify those who step inside. In the fifth place, the residence at 232nd Street in Fall River, Massachusetts, remains frozen in the shadow of August 1992, when Andrew and Abby Borden were brutally slain. Although Lizzie Borden was acquitted, the home instantly earned a dark reputation. By the summer of 1893, local newspapers were already reporting whispered accounts of footsteps in the attic. A published pamphlet formalized these hauntings in 1905. Today, guests still report cold drafts and apparitions in Victorian dress. While creaking timbers and drafty ventilation explain many disturbances, the bloody history of this household keeps the terror alive. Number 4. The Arnold Estate in Burrillville, Rhode Island, dates back to 1736, but its dark reputation peaked in the 1970s. The Perrin family moved in, only to suffer terrifying, unexplained disturbances. Roger Perron documented icy cold spots, phantom whispering, and the disturbing apparition of a black-eyed child. Investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren conducted their own inquiry, separating real experiences from cinematic folklore. While the famous 2013 film sensationalized a demonic entity named Bathsheba, colonial property deeds and early family interviews confirm the real terror was the quiet, persistent physical activity that drove this desperate household directly to the edge. Number 3. In St. Francisville, Louisiana, the Myrtles Plantation stands as a dark monument to its 1996 origins. Built by General David Bradford, the antebellum estate holds a grim history of slavery. The most chilling lore centers on Chloe, an enslaved woman allegedly blamed for a fatal poisoning, though historical records cannot confirm her identity. Still, modern visitors and staff report terrifying physical encounters. People regularly witness phantom footsteps in the grand hallway and discover unexplained ghostly handprints appearing on the mansion's historic mirrors. The documented past of this plantation keeps an icy sense of dread alive. In the second place, San Diego's Whaley House stands as a chilling monument of early California history and dread. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley, directly over a public hanging ground, this Greek Revival brick residence holds dark, tragic secrets. An 1860s diary entry attributed to Mary Whaley describes a child's phantom giggle echoing through the empty attic. Decades later, a 1935 newspaper account detailed a silent woman in Victorian clothing drifting near the courtroom. Skeptics blame street traffic and museum acoustics for these noises, but the documented timeline of witness encounters keeps this home shrouded in absolute terror. And finally, in first place, the 1925 Dutch colonial home at 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York, remains shrouded in absolute dread. On November 13, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed 6 members of his family inside these walls. 1 year later, George and Kathy Lutz moved in, only to flee after 28 days. They reported foul odors, levitating furniture, and terrifying entities. While skeptics point to heavy commercialization and potential fabrications, the chilling convergence of a verified mass murder and first-hand terror makes this the most notorious address in history. These 10 homes prove the true terror is not paranormal, but historical. Human tragedy leaves scars these walls refuse to bury.